Hello everybody, it's Mike Young and Denise Young. We are back on a hike. We're doing our daily vigorous aerobic exercise. Denise, you know how many steps we have already? I don't even know.
About 8,000.
Really? Okay. We already went to the top of a mountain out in the middle of nowhere. We're the only people on this trail, which is nice to be in nature. If you don't know what I'm talking about with all these things you're supposed to be doing like this, and actually listen to us audibly if you want. I don't want you guys sitting down when you're watching this. Get my book, Live to 150, liveto150.org is totally free. It's a free resource from our nonprofit. I think you were going to say something?
We got 12,000 steps.
Oh my gosh. Okay. That's why we're a little bit tired now, but we're still doing this. We still have energy to do this video.
Yeah.
So, and this is a nice wide trail. Most trails are more single track. This is more like a road that used to be used on a preserved area to get to the top of this mountain. Out near Lexington, Virginia is where we are. So this time we're talking about erectile dysfunction. And it's not an issue that I have ever had, actually. I can tell you that. And I'm 53. There hasn't ever been a problem with that. But a lot of people my age, older, 53 is definitely older if you're only going to live to 75, but I don't think we're going to live to only 75. Then you feel like you're being flushed down the drain and you're swirling and nothing's working anymore. And you got to take some pharmaceuticals. So this article is addressed to you or anybody you know that has this condition. And if you're over 50, it's probably half the people, is my guess, or more have this problem.
Yeah. Erectile dysfunction, or ED, is a common condition that affects millions of men worldwide.
Oh, did you read the title? There's no title?
You didn't grab the title.
Oh, wait, let me, I can't get the title. Actually, the title is in my notes. The title should be on this video too. Yeah, maybe it didn't. Oh well. Well, it's okay. I'll have to make up the title. I should have made the title up already. That's my fault. I make the title up, even though the research is done by ChatGPT and limited language learning models or whatever. Okay, sorry.
You can type it in when you upload it. I don't have to read it.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's characterized by the inability to achieve or maintain an erection sufficient for sexual intercourse. While ED is often considered a normal part of aging, it is actually a warning sign for cardiovascular disease. Yeah,
it's like the canary in the coal mine. It's kind of like my book where I wrote my book, Live to 150 on personal experience. And some people will say, oh, Mike, there's something different about you. That's all. You don't have any scientific proof. I'm like, no. It's just the early warning sign, just like ED. It's not like there's something genetically wrong with you. Oh, this runs in my family. No, it's a warning sign of something that you're doing wrong.
In fact, studies have shown that men with ED are at a higher risk of developing heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. This is because the same factors that cause ED, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, also contribute to the development of cardiovascular disease. One of the main causes of cardiovascular disease is a diet that, switching slides, is a diet that is too high in a percentage of calories from fat.
That's it, definitely. So basically the idea there is you're clogging up your circulatory system with a substance that sticks and doesn't like to go anywhere once you get it in there. It's kind of like, and I talk about this in my book, like you would never pour grease or oil down a drain. Not only do you know that, actually it's a little bit muddy here, hold on, but a lot of areas that have municipal wastewater treatment plants, they tell you that. They're like, do not put any grease or oil down the drain. Why? Because it builds up. And eventually what happens in your drain? You get a clog. It's exactly what happens in your circulatory system.
It's saturated fat is really sticky, and all animal products have saturated fat.
And that's solid at room temperature, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Or it's solid when you heat it too. I think it has to do with how high you can heat it, and it's still solid. Actually, saturated might be solid at body temperature. I don't know all the science. I don't claim to know all the science. So we have
a body temperature. It's solid at room temperature at 70 degrees.
Okay.
It melts in your body, but it still contains a sticky substance that sticks to your artery walls.
It's kind of like glue, right?
Yeah. All animal product foods are high in fat. Did you hear that? Even chicken just because the label says it's only 8% fat or something doesn't mean the label was created accurately.
Well, it may be 8% fat by weight, but by calories, it may be 60%. And you should never go over 20%. And actually, that's assuming you have a very active life like us, like hiking mountaintops every single day, whatever. But if you're not doing that, you should really never go over 10%.
So all animal product foods are high in fat and need to be completely avoided.
Oh, and how do you calculate this, Denise? Fat has how many calories per gram?
9.
Or how many
9
calories per
gram.
9 calories per
gram.
So to do the math, you have to figure out how many calories a serving has, and then how many fat calories. You have to figure out how many calories something has and how many fat grams are in that serving of calories, and then you do the math from there.
Yeah. This includes meat, dairy, eggs, and even fish. And fish is not a low-fat or healthy food.
It was in the 90s. Hey, I lived through the 90s.
Yeah, we thought it was healthy. Instead, a diet that is rich in whole plant-based foods is recommended. This type of diet has been shown to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and improve overall health. It is important to note that all pharmaceutical methods...
Watch this big tree. We gotta scale. It's gotta scale this log.
Addressing ED only manage symptoms and don't address the root cause of the problem.
All right, what does that mean? It means that if you have ED and you can't get it up, if you take some drugs, you will get it up. But that doesn't reduce like your mortality. It doesn't reduce the chance of stroke or heart attack.
It doesn't get rid of your ED.
Right, and also it gives you side effects from the pharmaceuticals as well. Negative side effects.
This is why it is important to focus on lifestyle changes such as diet and exercise to prevent, halt, and reverse ED. Let me switch slides. ED isn't normal, and the fact that so many older men have it just shows that much progress needs to be made in this area through correct education and explaining the truth. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who followed a plant-based diet had a lower risk of developing ED than those who consumed a diet high in animal products. This is because plant-based foods are rich in nutrients that are essential for sexual health, such as fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals.
All right, so this is an education issue, believe it or not. It's a knowledge issue, so lack of correct knowledge, right? So that's why we have our organization, because we're basically providing free public education. And actually we're doing it more than ever now, like I said, but now that we have these tools, like ChatGPT and other things to do all the research for us, it's like we have a whole team of researchers all of a sudden now for stuff like this. And all the sources are cited, by the way, on these articles. If you want to know and get blue hyperlink sources to click on, just go to our YouTube channel right around the same time that this was released, and you will find something posted there of actually a picture, but all the text and all the links, or my own Mike Young Facebook profile timeline, it's on there too.
I remember visiting the doctor's office in the 90s for a cold or something I had, and I walked out of there with a free Viagra pen and some Viagra pills.
You did? What?
Yeah.
It works. It does for women too?
For a sample. No, it's not for women. I just wanted them to show them off.
Just in case you get stuck.
Just in case I needed them. Because it was all the buzz. There was so much talk about it. It was so overhyped.
Hey, now you don't have to change your lifestyle at all. Just take a pill. The problem is it doesn't reduce mortality. It doesn't reduce the incidence of strokes or heart attacks. All it does is let you get through it a little longer. It's kind of like a cheat code, I guess. Kind of, but it has like side effects, and it's not worth it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. Ensuring that you eat as much certified healthy vegan food as possible is so important to prevent, halt, and reverse ED. Healthy vegan food is prepared food that meets certain requirements to be considered healthy. These requirements include being low in fat. Switching spots.
Yeah, and it's prepared food like it says there. You can always eat out of the produce aisle as long as you're not eating any fatty fruits, and you probably didn't even know this existed, but they do. But they don't even sell them in the stores for the most part. So
yeah, so low in fat, high in fiber, and free from animal products. Healthy vegan food is also free from artificial preservatives, colors, and flavors, and is made from whole plant-based ingredients. In conclusion, ED is a warning sign for cardiovascular disease and a diet that is too high in percentage of calories from fat. It's a major cause of both conditions. All animal product foods are high in fat and need to be completely avoided. Instead, a diet that is rich in whole plant-based foods is recommended. Lifestyle changes such as diet and exercise are the best ways to prevent, halt, and reverse ED. Eating certified healthy vegan food is an excellent way to ensure that you are getting all of the nutrients you need to maintain sexual health. For more information on healthy vegan food,
The birds are agreeing. I hear them.
yeah, go to healthyveganfood.info. I knew someone who had ED, but it turned out that he had prostate cancer, which is also linked to having too much dairy. So get rid of that full-fat dairy in your coffee. Switch just away your almond.
Yes, and not oat. Oat has oil actually added to it, believe it or not. If you want to keep the low fat. Is there anything more to read?
No.
One of the sources
is Neil Barnard.
No, it's actually not. It's Bernard, but it's somebody else, I think.
It says
Yeah.
ND. Not Neil?
Well, actually, maybe it is. It's not something from PCRM, though. I noticed that. But check out the sources, like we said, on our YouTube channel. They're all there because they are there so you can verify this, okay? I don't want to hear any questions as to why this is accurate or not. Just go look it out for yourself.
Yeah.
And then that's it. We're about to go uphill here, as you can see, even though we're mostly downhill. Anything else you want to add about this discussion of the article?
No.
All right. Well, none of this stuff needs to happen, basically. I hate to tell you, but you're misinformed if it's happening to you, or you simply, I don't even know. You simply don't want to do anything at all, because there's no way that the pharmaceutical path is the correct way for this, as we described and as the article says. Side effects, doesn't reduce mortality from the cardiovascular issues. It's just, it really, all it does is help you to behave badly, to continue to behave badly. That's really what it does. Because sometimes I wouldn't necessarily say that about some of it, but this one for sure. So anyway, give us a thumbs up, please. We're getting out of breath here. Helps with the algorithm. Also subscribe if you don't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Comment below with ideas you have for other videos too. Thanks so much. Oh, and your experience with ED. If you don't mind telling us, and the pills. Let us know below. Bye.